ask about the finish at the end there with the tap. Did you feel the tap, or was it just something that you were just in the heat of the moment to?
No, I felt it. Yeah, I felt the tap with both hands, and I could feel him go out. That's why I let go. Herb got over there, and he was kind of like, and I told him, he tapped. He's like, no, he didn't. He was looking at his hand, and I was like, he's out. So I let go. He went down. I got his legs right away. So I knew what happened, and Herb's a great ref. It's just, it was a weird spot to get the finish from. I happened to have it tight, and he being Trevin, did the correct thing. He stepped his leg outside my leg. Usually that would negate the submission, but he was already so tired, and I already been squeezing on his neck. It was just a little too late, so it just happened in a funky spot.
Can you talk about you being comfortable on your back? First round, he had side control. And you let him. It looked like you let him mount you to reverse. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about your ground game and how comfortable you are?
At the gym, I always joke around that I'm the mount escape master. So, and it was one of those things where Trevin is very good positionally on top as far as keeping a position. He's pretty strong. So I had to hit him with some, savvy old man jiu-jitsu veteran tricks. I let him pass. I let him create the movement to give myself openings to either find an elevator hook to get back inside or let him go all the way to mount where he'd be too high. I tried it again in the second round, and he actually did a good job adjusting. He went high mount, and then I really had to struggle to get out of there. I was like, oh, bleep, he figured out what I was doing, so I had to change my tactics up a bit, but that was what that was in the first round.
You have to be pretty careful, using that stuff off the bottom or like letting guys mount you and stuff. I'm sure there's some people in the division you would not want to be in that position. Yeah,
it definitely depends. And I could tell he felt me tying up his hands pretty good, so he wasn't going to be going too crazy. And another thing is, too, certain guys I wouldn't do it with, but it'd be very few. They'd have to be more grapplers, because I actually want you to explode up and show some dynamic movement, because if you create an opening, I can capitalize on it. I need motion to make motion. If we both just sit there and lock down, it's kind of hard to move, and I really got to struggle, and I'll probably give up an opening. So I was tying up his hands to get him to really explode up to give me a position where I could shrimp or readjust.
Yeah, and after it was stopped, you went over and tried to lift up his legs and stuff. What made you feel compelled to do that? I know that's something you kind of do, in the gym, maybe when guys get choked out.
Because he was unconscious and convulsing, and most people here, and I only say most because I don't know everyone, but my buddy Brendan Allen, who just got in the UFC, he fought Trevin too, and I knew he was a nice guy, gentleman all week, and it's just a fight. I got no animosity against him. I saw he was out. I felt him tap. I let go, and as soon as I did, there was no one even close. I looked up, no one even close. I just snatched the legs up, let the blood flow to his brain, so he gets his wits back about him. No reason to take any additional damage or lack of oxygen to the brain if you don't need to.
Maybe some guys who maybe talk some trash or something, you wouldn't do that for them?
Nah, I probably still would, just to wake him up faster, be like, I told you. Just let him know. But yeah.
And I know this is the last fight on your UFC deal. How does it feel, closing it out? What kind of position do you feel you've put yourself in going forward into negotiation for a new one?
I feel pretty good. It wasn't the most exciting fight. There was a lot of, and it happens with some of these ground battles, it's kind of a very game of inches tactical type of thing at first. I held position in the first. I kind of wanted to make him make some mistakes, and you saw when I did try to posture up and explode, that's when he reversed, so that's what I was a little bit worried about. Second round, I feel like I won. I got on top, I did a little bit of damage, and it was just one of those fights where he had really good in and out movement, very dynamic and fast right hand, but it was hard for me to keep up with him or track him down without clinching or grabbing a hold of him, so it just ended up being a ground battle. But like I said, it's slow start, still choked a dude unconscious, so everyone likes that, right?
I was going to say, it's still at the end of the day, you have 27 finishes out of 29 wins, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's in the 90th percentile for finishing rate. I think I have 3 decisions, and that's not even all my actual fights on my record, so it's definitely 40 plus now, so.
I was going to say, that's 40 from what your record shows, so there's actually more.
Yeah, there's definitely more. Probably it actually might be closer to 50. I'd have to sit down and think about it.
Are you a guy who celebrates those kind of milestones, or is it just not a fight yet?
At this point, man, if I can't even remember, I can't really celebrate it too much, So, more so I'm celebrating that, I stayed having a winning UFC record. So that's what really counts.
Assuming everything goes good, you got a new deal, is there a time frame, an opponent, or anything like that you want to get back in there?
Again, I'm not in a position to be calling anybody out. I was on a 2-fight losing skid. I just got back in the win over a very tough guy, which helps, but, again, I ain't up for title contention. I haven't gone on a run or anything, so whoever they give me, as long as I'm back in the UFC. And I'm healthy right now. Couple bumps, couple bruises, going to help my buddies Bilal Muhammad and Paul Felder get ready for Abu Dhabi, and we'll go from there.
Perfect. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.